Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ramble 16. I'm just going to be buying blood runes. I just woke up. I'm going to be buying some blood runes today just to fund my scythe. Currently am, let's see, 130 dry at Nightmare, which sucks. And technically, I'm like 300 dry. Well, the last item I got was a staff at 729. So let's see real quick. Okay, so 132 dry. And so the last item I got was a dupe staff at 729. And the item before that was my last unique item, which was the great helmet, and that was at 559. So now I'm 302 since my last actual unique. And yeah, it's getting pretty painful. I've been sending a bunch of solos. 2 days ago, I did a 12-hour stream. I ended up doing, I think, 28 nightmares, which is a lot. I think they were all solos except for one of them. One of them was a duo with some random guy that just popped in. But yeah, it's getting pretty painful. Because I'm approaching 1,000, and I don't know. I guess I just thought I'd spoon a mace, or at least have full inquisitors or something by now. So I'm dry for an orb as well. So orbs are 1 in 600 in a one man or up to a 5-man. It's just, if you want to see an orb in any team size 1 through 5, it's a 1 in 600 to see it. And obviously, if you're doing a solo, you're going to get it. So past orb rate, skirt as well to get a specific Inquisitor's piece is 1 in 600. So I'm also dry for a skirt now. And so yeah, so the 8, what was I again? 861, I think. 861 KC. So that's about 712 solos. The rest are just kind of random team sizes, basically. I mean, through 1 through, basically the others are 2 through 5 men. I did maybe 5 masses on day 1 where it was just nobody knew what they were doing. But yeah, other than that, so I've done about 150 total that haven't been solos. So should have one more item. I'm still with my 6 items. Oh my gosh, these are so annoying. Still have 6 items. It's not like it's not like I'm unlucky really on items. But just getting 6 items is good. It's fine. It's not amazing, but it's not super unlucky. God damn it. Die. But yeah, having 3 of them be dupes is just unfortunate, honestly. So yeah, I'm grinding Nightmare just day in, day out. Yesterday was pretty good. I didn't stream, but I had a pretty successful day. I had 1 death yesterday. I think I had 18 or 19 solos done yesterday. And I only had 1 death, and that death was me trying to type hi in Shadowroka's chat. So you kind of do the thing you're maging at Nightmare, and then you run across the room, quickly switch over to Twitch and try to say hi. And right as I click over and start typing, Nightmare does the little black hole attack, and I ended up dying to it. So yeah, that was fun, but only 1 death. That's respectable. It was phase 1, so it wasn't the end of the world. I just kept going. Death, dying in a solo is just so demotivating. Anyway. Yeah, I don't have any topics today. I just woke up and I figured I'd make the ramble. It's been just over a week now, so. But yeah, just sharing my thoughts on how everything's going. Nightmare's going, I just really hope I hit like a luck streak where I just get items. Maybe get like 3 within 100. Can you just die? Thank you. By the way, buying bloods. I don't know if so. I can kind of explain for those that haven't ever bought bloods out here. The Zami Mage sells a stock of 500, and you see they initially cost 400. When I buy out the 250, they end up being 600, which is the exact same price they end up at the Mage Guild. So if you're buying 250 here, it's the exact same price as if you were to have bought them at the Mage Guild. Now, if I bought an additional, well, I'll just show you just for now. They end up getting to 800. So basically, you get to decide, do you want to speed this up? Like, do you want to buy blood runes at double the speed? Because if you do, every single one of your blood runes is going to cost 100 GP more. Because if you're buying only 250, they're only costing 500 GP each on average. And if you're buying the full stock, they cost 600. I was buying the full stock for a while just because I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Like, this is just not really that fun to do, buy blood runes. So doing it double time is pretty nice. And they only cost 100 GP more, like 500 to 600. But that is a huge... That is honestly a pretty huge gap in price when you think about it. And honestly, I don't just have all the cash liquidized already. Like, I don't just have a billion GP liquidized. Like, I have like 200 mil. I think I have like 50 or 100 mil in my blast furnace coffer that I just forgot about. But yeah, other than that, a lot of my stuff is alks. And I was thinking about it, I could speed up the blood rune buying process. I have OCD. I need to keep it at 250 in intervals. I could be buying the full stocks and just letting this go quicker, but at the same time, I know alking is technically 0 time, but there's not really anything I do. Like, who knows? Maybe I could start alking at Nightmare. Imagine that. 1 tick flicking and alking. No, but I don't have any activities right now where I'm alking, and I can just do it 0 time. So the time it takes just to get the additional like 100 GP extra per rune, like the time it would take if I were to buy 100k blood runes, it would either cost 50 mil or 60 mil. And that additional 10 mil, I think, isn't worth it. Like, it's not worth it because, like, it's a lot faster to buy the blood runes. It's twice as fast. But the fact that I would need to, like, sit there and alk an additional 10 mil is just not worth it for me. And again, it is 0 time, but I don't know. I'm just buying, like, the minimum I can. I could go on a spree where I liquidize my entire bank and then buy blood runes for 500 each or 600 each. But I'm honestly just trying to get my damn mace as quick as possible. So I keep buying I'm kind of sporadic with the blood rune buying. It's usually like once every week and a half I'll buy like 100k. But yeah, eventually these skeletons lose aggro. It takes like 10-ish minutes. But what I'm trying to do, I haven't actually done this yet, but as long as there's nobody else hopping for blood runes right now, I'm going to try to buy the entire... I'm going to try to like go through all the worlds, all down the list, and then restart. As soon as I get all the way down the list, try to restart and see if the initial world I started at has full stock yet. I don't think it will, but I think it'll be close. So I'll just spend... This will not be on stream, but then I just spend a few minutes alking some of my battle staves. And then I just come back. So it does take more time to buy like half stocks, but it's worth it in the end. It is a lot. It's decently cheaper. I was talking to Shadow Roka. He buys a shit ton of blood runes as well. He only buys 200 in stock, which, you know, it's not that big of a difference, but I would just go the full 250, honestly. It's the same thing as the Mage Guild. The other thing that's kind of dumb is, like, the Mage Guild's the only shop that has a decent price for runes. Every other shop in the entire game has, like, the worst prices ever. Like, they're initially the same price, but then as soon as you buy, like, 10, they're up, like, 300 GP. It's like, super fucked. And I understand, oh, the Magic Guild, you know, you get a discount. But, okay, really? The Magic Guild in 2020, that thing's, like, you could have an account bought for, like, 6 hours and it gets to the Magic Guild. It's not that hard. So I personally think, well, first of all, I'm against shop hopping in the first place. I think it's a shitty game mechanic. And I think if they try, like, I buy blood runes because I'm against Zaya as well. So there's two things I'm against, and what's the greater evil, basically? I'm just like, what's worse? Me going to craft blood runes in Zaya, one of the worst updates of all time, or just spend my GP on Shopscape? And Shopscape's not the worst, but I am still against it. Like, I wish it wasn't a thing, because if you were like an efficient Iron Man, there is too much relating to, like, shop hopping. All your Slayer is done through magic if you want to be efficient, which just takes a ton of time shop hopping for runes. Then you have smithing, which is just buying gold ore over and over and over. I think I had mentioned it in my video, where I had a video probably 2 months back where I was talking about what they could do to blood rune crafting and what they could do with the new blood altar that came out in Mauritania. So if you guys want to watch that video, it's, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 15 videos ago. But it was just kind of my idea on what to do to, because basically every Iron Man, every, like, high level Iron Man, can't say every, but a lot of them that are PVM based, just want blood rune packs. They cry, I want blood rune packs. Okay, first of all, this shop is already a blood rune pack. Like, you can buy 500 in less than a second. You just hold shift and spam click. Like, you can literally buy 5, like, packs would literally be the same fucking speed. And I understand there's stock that you have to deal with and a bunch more hopping, that's for sure. But we basically already have mass buying blood runes, and it's decently simple. It's just go out here, wear some tank gear, and if somebody were to attack me, well, first of all, I'm already angled up, but, like, you just combo eat, and then, or just fucking hit the pod. I just have it right here. And if you get tele blocked, first thing, you just teleport with this mage, because he can teleport you through a tele block. Anyway, we already have blood rune packs. This is the blood rune pack, and it's pretty rare for you to be competing with people buying blood runes, at least for me. There's been other people saying they have a lot of competition out here. I don't know when they're buying it. I've bought it, like, all times of the day. There's only been a few times where it's like, yeah, the stocks are at, like, 300 because somebody recently passed through. For the most part. All right, I think I lost aggro. Good. Anyway, in my video, I was talking about a way to basically craft blood runes traditionally, and using stained essence, which I talked about. It's basically you go to a guy and you can convert regular pure essence or day alt essence into stained versions. And so he would charge 200 GP each to make them stained, but they'd be instantaneous. Like, you just say how many you want, pay the price, and then boom, you have that many stained essence. And I was thinking it'd be about 200 GP each. I think that's what I kind of considered fair at the time, because it made sense. And I never set a level requirement, but it could be like, you know, you can only use stained essence at level 99, because, you know, some people might think it's unfair. But the whole idea was that it's basically becomes like, yeah. Oh, wait, no, I think this was the world I hopped to previously. I was going to say, I think somebody's in my worlds, but I think that was the world I hopped to previously, because I have 2 favorited worlds that skipped over. There we go. Anyway, it was basically a way to be able to craft like 7,000-ish blood runes an hour, just traditionally, and also get about 36k RC XP an hour, which is completely fair. And people are like, "Oh, well, if you're crafting 7,000 an hour at current prices, you're making 2.8 mil an hour, which is just stupid. Like it's too much." Well, people don't think the whole way through. Okay, first of all, half of those runes, or technically all of those runes, are stained. So 3,500 of those essence are stained, which means that's an initial price of 700k that you just spent. So that already takes it down to 2.1 mil an hour. And then you got to consider, okay, if people are actually going to be crafting bloods like this, blood rune prices are going to drop. So the best, if you're sweating the RC method, you're getting about 2 mil an hour. If blood runes theoretically were 400 GP each, I'm talking about for mains, like just the price. But as soon as blood runes drop, to 350, 300, like if they just drop to 300, you're making a lot, just significantly less. And right now, because I don't think people understand how much you can still make from rune crafting. I mean, if you do double deaths, if death runes are even 200 GP each, you can craft 7,000 deaths an hour at 99. So you're already making 1.4 mil an hour, just what's already in the game, just through rune crafting. So people I don't know, I dealt with some people that were just saying that's too busted to make rune crafting 2 mil an hour. And that's like what the initial price would be. Like that's the highest the price would ever be. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, that's still my idea. I know shops won't ever go away. People just love their easy scape, but initially Iron Man mode was about, you chose to play this way, it wasn't supposed to be easy scape. Everything wasn't supposed to be alted. Everything wasn't supposed to be, just bought with GP and then just farm revs for GP. It's like things were a lot different. And so people have gotten really lazy in the Iron Man community. And I'm not to say I'm lazy as hell as well, because they keep coming up with updates that are just so easy. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. I really would love to see the day where they just get rid of shopscape, or where you have one stock. Like your stock is individualized to you. So you still can, like if you were to hop worlds, that same shop I just went to, it would be the same inventory. So there still is shop hopping, or there still is shopscape technically, but it's not like efficient in any way. And so you would have to do your own shit. And so, people are like, oh, what would you do about 200 mil smithing if you were to theoretically go for that? Well, you got to find another way. You got to go to blast mine or something. Like, you got to find a way. And people would find a way. It's like people freak out. People think it's unfair, but it's like at the same time, there's been so many unfair things in RuneScape. Think about the Zulrah nerf. There was Iron Man that camped over 10,000 Zulrah, and then they nerfed it. It's the same thing with Revs. Revs got nerfed. I'm pretty sure I've heard people say the Rev nerf wasn't even that bad, but it's like the whole game, there's buffs, and like there's people that get devalued. There's things that get devalued. There's things that get valued further as time goes on, but it's like, it's just how the game is. And so if they got rid of it, I think it would be beautiful. Now, if they did get rid of shopscape, I would probably not stoop down to go do blood rune crafting, which is an interesting point. So I'd really want my little method of rune crafting to come out before that. But if they did, I guarantee you I would not be crafting blood runes in Zaya. I would just have to accept the fact that my scythe will not be used. And I would just have to use a bludgeon if I didn't have a mace by that point. That's why I'm hoping to just get a fucking mace soon. But this is all theoretical. It's not actually going to happen. And like, it would have to be like an integrity change. And there's nothing, like, I don't know. To me, it would be an integrity change. But to most people, they would just cry. But I think it would be great for the game, great for Iron Man. To like, okay, you can't buy this shit anymore with GP. Go find a way to make do. The other cool thing is, like, if you think about it, right now for irons, I'm pretty sure granite, like 3-tick 4G granite, it's like efficient, but you don't get anything from it. Like you don't get any ores. It would be really cool to see, the blast furnace shop go away, where you can't buy gold ore, because the mining meta would even change. Like the mining meta would probably change to, motherlode mine being pretty decent because you're getting ores 0 time. And, blast furnace would become a higher meta. Gem mining would be really good. Like the whole game would kind of change with these shopscapes. It's not just like, oh, smithing just is shit now. It's like, or like the rates just shot down. Like, yeah, they would shoot down, but not drastically, because then you would have to come out with different metas that help accent that skill in the future. So it's like you'd do mining and you'd actually have to mine resources to speed up other processes like smithing. So I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about the game. Not many people, have the same ideas as me, but it's just how I feel. It'd be kind of interesting. I am so... Okay, so last night I went on the wiki, and I just... Sometimes when you go dry on... I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but like you go dry at a place and you just have to go to like the wiki page. Like I just went to the Nightmare wiki page and I was just looking at the drops. I was like, these drops are so easy to get. Why can't I just get them? And I was just looking at them, and then I went to the initial tweet where I went through I went through a bunch of different tweets that were made on the Nightmare changes back in March and February. But it's really funny to kind of see people's like opinion. Like, I don't know. I guess it's not individual people's opinions are changing, but it just looks like the general public has like kind of changed their like mindset in a way just over time, because, there's people now that if Nightmare were to change, like if Nightmare were to get easier, or if Nightmare were to reduce its drop rates or something like that, people would freak out and say Nightmare's supposed to be, super expensive items. But it's silly to kind of see the past Reddit or the past threads on Twitter of people just whining over how rare everything was. And now just over a few set of months, everyone's like, pretty sure if they were to even propose that Nightmare gets easier, yeah, people would probably vote yes at the same time. But the outcry, the actual vocal like people would freak out saying that Nightmare's iconic for having super rare items, which makes sense. But it's kind of funny how that is, how initially people were like super upset with it being such a long grind, but now it's just, everyone's just accepted to it. And it's just like, I don't know, if you changed it now, it's just weird. But yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go back to Clues. And it is a really beautiful thought, thinking as soon as I get a mace, I will not be using my scythe in a very long time. Will not be using much at all in a very long time. It's just use my mace. It's oh my gosh, non-degradable. Imagine non-degradable, and you don't have to buy runes to fuel it. It's amazing. Somebody in my chat during the 12-hour stream posted a picture of him getting the mace, and I was looking at the picture and I saw the mace on the ground. It just looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful. I can't even imagine it. One day it'll happen though. But yeah, I hope oh my gosh, I'm really praying that the next like 400 kills I do at Nightmare, I'll just end up getting it, because it would suck to go dry. Yeah. I think some of you guys know Odd Hottie, or aka Phrygian. Phrygian's his in-game name, but he recently completed 6,666 hard clues. So he made a little tweet about it, and that was kind of his goal. A few months ago, he told me, it's like that was kind of the ending point. He wants to kind of focus on IRL now for a bit. So tomorrow he is opening his almost 200 master caskets on stream, which is, those are the best types of openings where it's not like opening hards where every like 1 minute you get another master and you just watch a guy do a master clue scroll. It's like, nah, all the masters stacked. All you're watching is just openings and mimics. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That's tomorrow. And shout out Hottie for achieving his goal. He's still, I think his ultimate goal is to get 10,000 hards, but he will be taking a break. But yeah, that's pretty cool for him. And it gives me a little bit of a chance to kind of catch up. I mean, as soon as I get a mace. Because it's just, I'll be completing hards passively while doing elites. Every 2 elites I do, I basically complete 3 hards. So kind of cool that I get well, I mean, I'm going to get rank 2 hards pretty quickly once I get a mace. I think like everything's just going to fall into place. I'll become rank 1 elites and then like in the game, and then rank 1 or rank 2 hards for Iron Men pretty quickly. And then I just got to upkeep that. But I mean, it is over. It will take me like thousands of hours to get to rank 1, like to pass Odd Hottie. Like if he like comes back to the game to complete 10,000 like earlier than expected, it will take a long time for me to even get close to him because I'm not actively hunting them. Like I even did the math, and I think it was like Ramble 12 or something. But I had done the math just showing how many hours the difference is between like doing Sarachnis and doing jellies. Like barraging jellies is crazy how many hards you can complete. But Sarachnis, it's all just a passive game. You only get 1 hard killer every 40 Sarachnis kills, so it's like 1 every 45 minutes. Plus you're doing so many other things. You're completing elites, masters, other things like that. But anyway, it's kind of cool. I'm glad he's, kind of taking a break. I've talked to him before. He had been struggling with some things, so it's good for him to take a break. But he'll be back. He's a natural gamer. He can just fucking game so hard. When I was camping green dragons, I was like, yeah, I can finally like kind of start closing the gap between him. But realistically, when I was camping greens, I basically gained 0 progress because every hard I did, he completed one as well. So it's kind of cool having that kind of competition where it's, some guys actually testing your limits, like it's not just like, oh, if I do this for long enough, I'm just going to naturally get rank 1. It's like, no, I had to actually try. Like I would have had to actually legit sweat if I wanted to pass him in a timely manner, which is always fun. I love the competition in this game. But yeah, it's not all about the competition though. The main reason I do clues is just to get new things, and I'm addicted to Third Age as well, but the ranks are always kind of a little perk. Oh, yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, they came out with the lunar and ancient tablet making. Like you can make your own tablets. So you go to the desert pyramid to make the ancient ones, and then you go to the big long house in Lunar Isle. So just like directly west of the bank, there's like that big hall. You go in there, and then it's in the north little pocket of the first floor. You can make lunar tabs and you can make ancient tabs. So I spent probably like half an hour or something yesterday. I made about 300 ice plateau telly tabs, and I made about 200, what were they, Port Hazard telly tabs, because those are 2 pretty important ones for clues. Ice plateau telly's like amazing quality of life, excuse me, because you get that step a lot with hards, and even with master clues you get that step a lot where it's like, and elites as well. You have the elite clue where you have to go into the wildy obstacle course or wildy agility. You also have a hard that takes you there. You have a master that takes you there as well. And then you have the hard that takes you to that little triple geyser area. And then you also have all those steps kind of by the fire giant dungeon. And then you also have a step west of the agility. There's just a bunch of steps that are right around that area. So not having to deal with, your 5 spellbook swaps a day and not having to deal with switching to lunars every time you want to go there is just going to be a real nice quality of life. So I made a bunch of those. And then I made the Port Khazard. The Port Khazard, that's nice because of easy clues. There's a bunch of steps around there, but there's also the elite. It was never really an issue because you usually have a mini game teleport, but there's been some steps where, you always kind of want to save. If you're doing elites, you always want to kind of save a mini game teleport to get to Trouble Brewing. Just because that's one of the really far ones where if you don't have the mini game teleport, you have to use the mostly harmless scroll, and that just takes a little bit longer. Anyway, so I try to save my minigame teleport, so I'm doing clues for that area. So it's nice to have the Port Khazard tellies because now I can get there if I need to go underwater. I need to do the dive step where you pick up 5 rocks. So I got that. I made some of those and just kind of slowly preparing. And I had a bunch of clay because when I was camping green dragons, I was occasionally camping necreals, just melee necreals in the tower because they also dropped pretty quick hards and you can like 2-shot them. So I was doing some of those, so I got some soft clay ready. I had like 2k soft clay. So that was nice. And then I think I can't remember what all came from pole 72. I think that was pole 72. I think there was one other thing I was kind of waiting for. But it is silly because the ancient teleport tablets, they originally only came from LMS, and I think it's 2 tele tablets per 1 LMS point. So yeah, that initially I was active on Twitter telling, like, I was basically the one that kind of made Jagex make them cheaper because initially they were like 4 points for 1 tele. And so I told them to make it 4 tellies for 1 point, but they kind of hit a middle ground and said 2 points or 1 point for 2 tellies. Anyway, so we did that, but now it's irrelevant because now we can just create our own, so it's useless. But I have like 1,500 LMS points. I really don't know what I'm going to spend it on because in the near future, I have no need to do wildy content. The LMS stuff was initially for wildy content, like because I was doing green dragons, and so I was doing LMS occasionally, just stocking up points because I would have bought blighted restores for green dragons because I think you get 4 pots for a point. So that would be 6,000 restores just instantly for green dragon. So that probably still will be what I buy because those are like actually useful, but I just don't have anything in the wilderness I need to do anymore. But who knows? Maybe they'll come out with like Revs 2.0 and they'll shit out elite clue scrolls or something where it's like, okay, that's the new meta. I don't know, but I'm pretty burnt to LMS as well. LMS is like, I swear, it's like the most RNG thing in this entire game. It's still fun, but I'm pretty burnt of it because just it's toxic environment, a bunch of I don't know. If you've been to LMS, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm pretty burnt of that. That was kind of like my go-to when I'd burn out a nightmare. I'd just go run some LMSs, but now that's not even appealing. I just either log out or I just suck it up and keep doing nightmare. I also don't thieve blood shards anymore because I can't do anything in this game unless it's nightmare. Because as soon as I gear up or prepare to go do something else in the game, as soon as I'm prepping for what I'm gonna be doing, I'm just like, this is a waste of time. I need to go back to nightmare. I can't be wasting this time. I need to keep going back and hunting the mace. It's the only way I'm gonna get it. So like last night was a good day because kind of have those motivational spikes where you can pull out like almost 20 solos in like a long sesh. But yeah, I need to keep that motivation going. And it could be a lot easier to have that motivation going if I could just get a unique drop, you know. But yeah, I really hope I get a skirt. If I don't get the mace sooner than later, or if I don't get it like soon, I really hope I get the skirt soon, because it's just gonna save me blood runes and just passively save me blood runes. Getting more DPS is just, oh, it's so nice. My kills on stream, my setup on stream for nightmares, I'm starting to use manta rays instead of phoenix necklaces. And I've kind of started adapting that to even off stream. It's just comfy to just be able to eat the full. But my kills on stream have been like nearing 20 minutes and stuff. It's just painful because I'm using a scythe and still getting 20-minute kills with 2 Inquisitor's pieces. So like, and that's a lot to do with phase 2 going to shit, just bad RNG in general. But you know, I do have kills that go above 20 minutes, and it's just depressing. Because I watch Lake, and he's getting like 15-minute kills. I think he got a 14. Somebody said his record is 14:20. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. My fastest ever is 16:05, and that was me fully focused off stream. And I had beautiful RNG. And yeah, just if I could get that skirt, man. And I'm still using a trident. I also need to camp Zora because I'm running out of scales, and then I also need to go back. I actually need to go back to the Mages Guild. I'm gonna probably go back at night where I can buy blood runes simultaneously, but I need to buy a bunch of fire runes to feed my trident. Need to buy more. I don't think I need to buy deaths. I try not to buy deaths. I try to just craft those if I ever need them. 7,000 an hour is pretty. It's chill. You just spend an hour crafting those, and I think I still have like 60,000 more deaths. Anyway, but Zora scales is the big issue. I got to do that. When I finally get to Sarachnis, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but I really want to make a Sarachnis tab, because it's going to be the only thing I'm going to be doing for a long ass time. I'll probably do other things occasionally here and there, but like for the most part, it's going to be Sarachnis. I kind of want to make a tab. Okay, so now let's see. I'm going to go back down the list. See if my blood runes are at full stock. Huh? Wait, what? Oh, wow. Okay, they're basically almost at full stock. I think somebody might have hopped to one of the worlds, so I'm probably going to get cut off soon. But nice. This is convenient. So I'll just keep buying these. I'm losing a little bit, but not much. If that hadn't worked out, I would have just started making more of those lunar tablets. Also, for those that do battle staves, if you're an Iron Man and you do battle staves, you can make Padawan ancient teletabs now. So there's quicker ways to craft or to charge air runes, and one of those is Rings of Returning, and set your respawn tele to Edgeville, or you can just use Padawan teletabs, which I don't know. So if any of you are out there, you can actually craft your own Padawan teletabs. You don't need to get them in the BH shop or anything like that. And yeah, I just mentioned that. But back to what I was saying, I want to make a Sarachnis tab, and I also kind of want to make, I don't know, I've been kind of theory crafting, I guess. I've been kind of thinking of maybe a series I could make regarding Sarachnis, like a YouTube series, sort of. I mean, it's going to be just fucking Sarachnis over and over, but I don't know. I've been thinking of little things I can do. Maybe I don't know. When I was doing Green Dragons, I thought of a little idea to, have a video highlighting the last 100 hard clues I complete and just go through any significant ones, but I don't know. I'm just trying to think how I could pull that off. Maybe I could like record when I stream, like get a big hard drive and just like record anytime I'm ever streaming, because I don't do that currently, but there's some streamers that just record every time they go live and then it just saves to their computer. But maybe I could do that or something and then just find clips. Okay, I think I got cut off. Yeah, that was the end. Somebody else is hopping for blood runes now, so I gotta do it later. I recently just filled my well, so it doesn't look like I have much, but my scythe is full. And my well has like 120 sets. So like however many that is, like 36,000 blood runes in there, plus this, so that's nice. Let me just do my little herb run. I'll show you how basic my herb run is. I need to stock up. Like as soon as I get the mace, that's like where my true that's where my true adventure starts. So I'm trying to slowly prep my way up. So I have a bunch of Renars I'm planting, trying to get my prayer points up, or my prayer pots. I have 3,400 Renars, but like I need to just start stacking up now. I do like maybe one herb run every 2 days. It's pretty pathetic, but I'm trying to get back into the habit of it. And I don't know if my Addis is still growing. Yeah, it is. By the way, you want to know a cool trick? Somebody in, I think it was either Olympus or the Summit Discord, had mentioned the quickest possible way to get herbs. So you step a tile adjacent to the herb patch, and as soon as you're there, you wait 1 tick. So as soon as I arrive there, wait 1 tick, and then you click twice. Then you're instantly in like the double gathering mode. But you have to wait 1 tile. Like as soon as you're adjacent to the patch, you have to wait a tile. So I'll show you what I do here now. So initially, most people just click the herb patch and then just spam clicking a million times. But what you can do is just click adjacent and just double click and you're good. Okay, I fucked that up. Shit. There we go. I clicked too early on the second tick. But you get the idea. This is the most efficient. So if you want to look like a real gamer, you got to do this. But yeah, I'm trying to stack up Renars and Snapdragons. Damn, I'm bad at herb runs. Perfect. So trying to stack those up because I don't like 1 tick flick during Seracnus. I think what I used to bring was 6 prayer points or 6 prayer pots or 6 restores every single trip, and I would just camp it. Like I just camp my piety, and it worked out perfectly. I think you get about 25 kills a trip, and I don't think there's going to be much difference using a mace. Anyway, but yeah, I don't really have much more to talk about today. I have a few errands I'm going to run. I wanted to go live, but after that 12-hour stream, I don't know, dude. Fucking first world problems. Sleep schedule getting fucked up and stuff. But anyway, I am a little bit busier in like 2 hours, so I won't be going live today. I might go live tonight if I like end up napping when I get home. Because I kind of want to go back to night streams. There's a lot of my viewers that like genuinely wonder where I've gone because they haven't seen me live in like forever. It's because my time kind of shifted. Anyway, so I might kind of revert my schedule depending on how it goes, but I am busy today. and then I'll probably come home, send some nightmares, take a nap. But yeah, hopefully when I do go live, hopefully tomorrow when I end up going live, I will finally get something, because it's getting kind of obnoxious not getting anything in Nightmare. But yeah, hope you guys are all doing good. You can let me know in the comments what you guys are doing. I'm honestly, I don't just say it as courtesy or whatever. Like, I'm actually curious what you guys are doing in game, especially you Iron Men out there. But even mains have really cool goals they're going for. So you can leave, something in the comments of what you're doing. This was a long. How have I been talking this long? I was initially planning this ramble to be like 15 minutes because I had nothing to say. What did I even talk about? I'm gonna go make some cereal and stuff. I'm so hungry, and my mouth is. I apologize for this entire ramble because my mouth is just dry as hell. It's like pasty dry. And I have allergies. But yeah. Let me know what you guys are doing in game. And yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. If you guys don't already, there has been a lot of, it's cool to see people that have come from my YouTube to my Twitch. So if you guys only watch me on YouTube, I stream on Twitch a lot, and you guys can watch me there live. Anyway, yeah, follow me there. Follow me on Twitter. Just, subscribe here. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I mean, kind of almost. Like, we're past 800, which is really cool. So you guys are awesome for that. Thanks for letting me just talk about the game. And you guys, somehow you guys like this. I mean, but in a way, I know where you guys are coming from. For the people that actually like rambles, I know where you guys are coming from, because I also like other people's rambles. You can never appreciate your own, So I do a ramble, I'm like, this is dog shit, but people like it. But I'm pretty sure people's rambles that I like, they probably think theirs are dog shit, but I love them. So I guess you just don't really know what you're producing. Just you can't ever know how much other people would like it. But anyway, I'm glad you guys do like it. And let me just finish this run. Last place. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching me buy 30-some thousand blood runes and do a nerb run. But yeah, I will be prepping a little bit more, and then I got to go run some errands, and I'll be live tomorrow, or maybe tonight, potentially. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Just got to finish these herbs. Who knows? Maybe this could be the herb run if I get like 40 herbs right here. I wonder what the max amount of herbs you can get from one herb patch is. Is there an actual limit? Like, is there a hard cap, or does it just, are the chances just decreased every single time? I honestly wonder that. All right, guys. Have a good day.